Hey guys, it's Erica Vane here for Create Her Collective on the red carpet, which will be for Miss Juneteenth, starring Nicole Beharie. Stay tuned so I can give you all the inside scoop and we get to talk to some of the stars.
Juneteenth is a holiday, June 19th, 1865, which was a day that marks the date that actual slaves in Galveston, Texas were freed. The Emancipation Proclamation actually happened in 1863, so that means these people weren't freed until like 2 years later. Initially, I thought when I opened the script it was going to be like a period piece about slavery and struggle and like the white gaze and oppression, and it actually ended up being a story about a black woman doing her best to create and provide a life for her daughter. And that woman like has a tarnished history and lots of hopes and dreams and was nuanced. And I just felt like, wow, this just shattered me, the fact that it's tied to something so significant, but it's about now, and it's about like reframing our lives now, seeing ourselves anew now, making choices despite what everybody else thinks about us, and maybe even like mental and personal enslavement that we have, like breaking out of that, concepts of ourselves. So I got to tackle quite a bit of that in this script. It was a gift and an honor.
Yeah, so it's about a woman, Turquoise, a black woman, her journey through love of like, in my own interpretation, or through love of herself, through her family, her daughter, and exploring her relationship with my character, Ronnie, who's her husband, and they have a complicated, very complex relationship. And it explores specifically Juneteenth culture, the pageant culture, Texas culture. I grew up in Texas, and pageants are a huge, intense part of the culture, very specific to Texas. And Juneteenth is very specific to Texas. When the last slaves were informed that they were free, and it was right outside of where I grew up, which is Houston, and Galveston was where the last slaves were informed that they were free, and they celebrated. And then pageants came through that, the Miss Juneteenth pageant, chanting so eloquently and dopely, I'll make up that word, explored that culture. And it was dope to film in Texas and see nuanced portrayals of black people, because we don't get to see that much. It's either we're criminalized, evil, or and bad, or we're like perfect, like we got to be a hidden figure, or we got to be the first this or the first person to go to the Olympics or whatever. And Viola Davis really enlightened me on that, and we would talk about that a lot. And this is one of those, when I saw Ronnie, I was like, I know this dude. He's not perfect. He fucks up sometimes, but he's trying hard. And with white supremacy and everything that comes with that, and his socioeconomic status, which I know many of, country, hood, folk that are just trying to beat those systems. We get to see a nuanced portrayal of that he's not good, he's not bad, he just is. We get to see white people like that all the time, just is. Some mediocre movie about it just being is, and this is just a beautiful portrayal, I think, of a nuanced relationship, nuanced people, nuanced love, and that exploration of Texas culture in that, and that was very special to me. Juneteenth in specific, because that's when we celebrate our independence. I was always like, what is Independence Day? It ain't for us, July 4th roll around, I'm like, who we celebrating? Juneteenth comes around, I'm like, it's time to get it cracking. Let's get these crawfish boils, this barbecue cracking.
You know what? Don't we always just do the thing that we know works, right? And so we expect other people to follow it. Like even in relationships, even in like romantic relationships, I'm like, why don't you know it like this? And everyone has their own way and their own path, their own walk. And the more that you can like not control but guide, I think, especially as a mother. And then actually Alexis, the new actress that came in who played my daughter, it was her first film, her first audition, and like watching her do her own thing, but at the same time like creating the space and giving her a little bit of guidance and like supporting her, it allowed me to really step into that kind of maternal, relationship.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I didn't really expect none of this. It was my first audition. I came into this. I wasn't expecting to land my first audition. It happened, and I'm very just grateful to God for the opportunity. Like, it's just a great film. It's really commemorates like what a regular family should be like. There's no there's movies that portray Black people, or TV shows, anything entertainment-wise, not in the positive light, but more in a light that's either like super perfect or super evil. And it's like Miss Juneteenth just gives real people, it's real facts, it's how a family is, how people are really in life. There's no perfect family. I mean, and that's just how the way life goes. And I just feel like Kai is somebody who, she wants to live her dream. She wants her mom to understand that I understand. Kai wants to be her mom to be happy, but at the same time, she wants to do what she feels like her heart desires. And although, yeah, she wants to move into the pageant life, but not really. She's like, okay, I'm gonna do it for my mom, but in that, I'm gonna give it a little twist of what I need. So that's a lot of it is just, I just love the story. It's about just showing real Black family life, and there's people that I know like that. I held it so close because I have family, friends that they portray like that, and it was just great to know that I got to be in a story that tells it so beautifully, definitely.
What drew me to it was that it was a Black cast, and Channing had such a passion for telling her story. And when I auditioned for it, she said, "Lori, you brought a different aspect to the character Charlotte, and it was different from everyone else. And that passion that she had connected us. And I felt that she elevated me to a higher level. I've been in acting a very long time, and I've never had an African American director to direct me like that, and it was so natural, and I felt that I grew so much, and I want to inspire other actors to connect with their directors and producers in a way that you don't know what you're going to create and you'll evolve into. So I feel like I was a part of a bigger dream, a bigger picture, so I feel so blessed. Hi, I'm Lori Hayes, and you're watching Create Her Collective.
Yo, this is Kendrick with Create Her Collective.
Hello, I'm Nicole Beharie, and you are watching Create Her Collective.